Guardianship. It's a topic the 7 investigators have been covering for years now.
Tonight, 7 investigator Heather Catallo has new questions about why judges are handing over total control of families to total strangers.
We get a lot of calls from families whose loved ones have been placed under guardianship, and unfortunately we can't tell every single story. But this one caught our attention because of a fence that was built and because of the history of the judge involved. This is the tale of 2 fences, one holding what family members say are 2 vulnerable adults inside their home, the other protecting the huge home that belongs to the people now in charge of making all financial and medical decisions for Barbara Delbridge and Bob Mitchell.
They don't want us to see in, they don't want them to see out. So it's a perfect way to hide them back there.
Barb and Bob's family members say after Macomb County probate judge Catherine George appointed Caring Hearts Michigan Incorporated as their guardian, the caregivers put up this 6-foot-tall privacy fence. The caregivers say it's for Barb and Bob's safety, but relatives who live right next door say it prevents them from communicating with their loved ones.
I just want my parents back. I want them to enjoy the retirement that they should have had prior to this company taking over.
Marcy Mitchell tried to become her dad and stepmom's guardian last November because both were becoming mentally incapacitated. Is everyone in the family on board with Marcy being the guardian?
Absolutely. We were all 100% behind her.
Even though Michigan law gives Marcy priority to become a guardian to family members, Judge George told Marcy she had grave concerns about Bob and Barb and instead handed their lives over to Caring Hearts Michigan and its owner, Kathy Kirk.
How did the judge make you feel?
Like a bad daughter. Like I wasn't there for my parents enough as I should be.
Marcy says Kathy Kirk promised she would stay involved in her parents' care, but in April, she was barred from seeing them. Kirk hired another company that she owns called Executive Care to provide in-home caregivers 24 hours a day.
They're comfortable there, they're healthy, they're being taken care of. We have detailed food logs for the food that they're being served. So Executive Care has come in and tried to stabilize this situation.
Kathy is married to Robert Kirk, a Macomb County public administrator in the probate courts. Both Robert Kirk and his law partner have donated to Judge George's campaigns in the past. Just like Marcy can't talk to her parents behind this fence, we couldn't catch up with Kathy Kirk because she too lives behind a fence, a massive privacy gate walling off their large home from public access.
Good morning, everyone.
Members of the Franklin family say Judge George also appointed Caring Hearts when they tried to get guardianship of their 89-year-old mother, Piera. Mrs. Franklin is now back with her son, but only after her family members say they too were prevented from seeing their mom.
Who was she with when she fell at the restaurant?
I believe she was with one of the caregivers, one of the home health care aides, and I believe it was a trip over a curb.
This isn't the first time questions have been raised about Judge George and a guardianship company. According to this order from the Michigan Supreme Court, back in 2008, they removed Judge George as chief judge of the probate court over concerns about her, quote, questionable overuse of a different guardianship company. A probate court spokesman says even though Judge George knows the Kirks informally through political and bar association events, there is no business relationship with them. The spokesman also says the judge isn't allowed to respond to our questions about past campaign contributions, but says it's not unusual for attorneys to support judges for re-election. And the past support has nothing to do with the recent selection of Caring Hearts as a public professional guardian. After we started asking the court questions about this case, Caring Hearts has now offered visitation to the family. A spokesman for Caring Hearts says their #1 priority is keeping their wards safe. You can read their full statement at WXYZ.com. I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.